Yes, and we are back going live once again. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up, world? What it do? It's
Yeah,
good.
man. So we're just gonna jump right into it, right? Today, today, man, we're talking about all things, a lot of things going on. The Atlanta Falcons made a new hire. It is officially the off season, of course, because our season is over with. We made a new hire to the coaching staff. We're also talking the Atlanta Hawks. Uh, Hawks got some good things going on, and then we talking NFL playoffs. Just talking all things sports right now. So what's going on with you, B Rich?
Man, nothing much, man. Just just was hoping we got more snow.
Why?
um,
Why? Why you trying to have a snow day?
yeah, man. Want a snow day, sniggity snow.
What you trying to go out and you trying to go out and build a snowman in front of your
Yeah,
building?
man. Build a water boy snowman, man.
Okay. And
Got
okay,
four bottled waters, man. Kind of make it look like you're doing your
you gonna
ranch.
make it look like me.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
some black.
Okay. Keep
Now, let me-
keep going. I'm gonna let you dig a hole for yourself. You
nah,
know
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
stop.
saying?
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. What up,
I
everybody,
knew
man? What
I
everybody up to, man?
Yeah, but I knew the joke was about to get weak. I was just gonna sit back and wait for you to go ahead and crash and burn. I was
Yeah,
just gonna sit and watch. I was just
nah.
gonna sit back and be like, "Yeah, this guy's about to crash out any second, man." But hey, man, let's get straight to it. So let's start off first.
Okay.
Atlanta Falcons. Our
Okay.
coach, Coach Raheem Morris. I say all the time he deserves that respect for me to call him coach because he is the coach. Uh, he had a very important hire, which we discussed was in year two was already the most, not one of the most, to me, the most important hire of his coaching career.
Mm-hmm.
This particular defensive coordinator hire was going to be the most important hire of his career because we both, and a lot of other fans feel like if he doesn't get it right next year, he might not be in here for a third year. So they went out, they did a lot of interviews. There were a lot of people that the fans wanted, from Steve Wilkes to Robert Saleh. Um, a lot of coaches got interviewed. The Atlanta Falcons went and pulled the trigger on an old good friend of ours. When I say ours, the organization's Jeff Ulbrich, bringing in. He used to be our old linebackers coach and was the DC in 2020 alongside Raheem Morris. I think Ulbrich called the defense on first and second down. Morris called the defense on third down. And so yeah, man. What do you think? What do you think of the hire? Of course, we would love to hear people's opinions. What do you think of the hire? How do you feel about the new DC that was brought in?
Well, I don't know too much about the new DC except that in the middle of his name is Be Rich. It spells Be Rich, so I like that. Other than that, man, I'm kind of like confused. Like we keep bringing back coaches that were part of our coaching staff. Like he was, I mean, when Dan Quinn got fired, he became the defensive coordinator, and Raheem became the head coach. And I guess like what you said, they was doing the defensive play calling like that. But I don't know, man. Hopefully this guy's the real deal. I know he had a chance to be the defensive coordinator up in the Jets, and then was the interim head coach. So that was some good experience for him. I know one thing: the Jets haven't been good in 2 years. 2 3 years. So I don't know, man. Like I don't know what we doing. I don't know nothing about this guy. Let's hope that he can come in and turn things around. I did get a chance to like listen to I was listening to John Freaky from 92.9, and he was talking about Lake, and he was just saying that when he came into the organization, he was saying how Dean Pease and those guys had the defense looking all right. They was playing good, and then it was like he didn't understand why Lake came in and changed the system. He, instead of like going with the strength of the team and what the team did well the year before, he went and said, "Well, this is what I'm comfortable with, and y'all have to adapt to what I'm doing." And he was just talking about that, and I was just made it was like a, oh, okay, moment for me. It was like I didn't think about that. So from what I understand, like he tried to force a system that just didn't fit what the players were doing last year, and they had to learn new stuff, and it just like a lot of stuff got, you know, the defense went. He got fired, so I wonder if he would have kind of catered the strategy of his defense to fit how well the defense played the year before. Would that have benefited him? Would he still be on the team? But I don't know nothing about this coach, man. So, man, we're gonna have to see. Like, you know anything about him?
Man, just that he was here before. Just that he was here before. I didn't follow the Jets, and I will say this. I see my partner Oha. He got a great point. If he would have brought anybody back, it would have been Marco Emmanuel. Marco Emmanuel did have that defense rolling in 17. That was one of our best defensive years. We didn't get it done. Dan Quinn, for whatever reason, got rid of Marco Emmanuel and then started calling the defense himself after 17. And I want to say after 18 as well. But Marco Emmanuel did have a defense humming. But let's just to what John Freaky said, right? I didn't hear John Freaky's take on it, but I'll just speak to what you say about Jimmy Lake changing the defense. Is it Jimmy Lake? Was it Jimmy Lake's defense, or was Jimmy Lake having to run Coach Morris's defense? Like did Jimmy Lake just have free autonomy to be able to just come in and just be able to just change whatever he wants to change? I'm not sure that he did. I'm not sure that Jimmy Lake wasn't running what Coach Morris wanted. He interviewed him for the job. It's not like that Jimmy Lake on day one started doing something different that the coach knew about. He had to interview for the job. They had to speak about what he was going to do. They had to speak about personnel for the type of things he wanted to do. I'm sure those were discussions that were had all up and down the coaching staff, all up and down with the GM and everybody going after personnel to the scouts. So I don't believe Jimmy Lake just came in and scrapped everything on his own and I'm Jimmy Lake, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. No, Coach Morris had to know exactly what's going on. The head coach knows what's going on, especially a head coach that brought in the first time defensive coordinator. He knew what he was planning on running. They knew.
He got fired. If he was running right here, he was defense. He got fired. He got out of here. You're out of here.
I just don't see it as being something.
Well,
I mean, I just don't see it as something that Jimmy Lake.
What's wrong, Trey? Are we having a delay?
Yeah. I couldn't hear you. I heard you say, I just hope, and then I ain't hear anything else.
Okay, yeah, now it's a delay. I see when you get to going, because sometimes it was speeding up, and then when you get to going, I guess I'm cutting you off. So go ahead and finish your point whenever you catch up to this audio.
No, you go ahead and talk for a second. Let me try to get everything right on my end.
Okay, no problem.
You go ahead, cause yeah, it was acting a fool for a second. You go ahead.
All right. Well, let me get a shout out to Instagram. Falcon Gang says, and Jeff I trust. Falcon Gang said his Jets defense been in the top 5. Oh, I didn't know that. That's what's up. Falcon Gang says no DC has come in and had a pass rush. You're right about that. You don't know about his defense? Nah, I don't know nothing about his defense. Falcon Gang chef. Jonathan Friedman, what's up? Said he's solid, but you need personnel. That's 100% facts. We definitely need the personnel. Falcon Gang said great hire. Okay, all right. Mr. Having His says y'all need Matt Ryan back. I got a question, Mr. Having. Instead of signing the broke Achilles to $100 million, would you have signed Matt Ryan this past year? And you think he would have done well? That's a question to you. Yeah. So those are my people on Instagram. What's up? Appreciate y'all. Keep coming in. If you got any more questions, go ahead and ask.
But let me chime back in about this Jeff Ulbrich situation.
All right.
I don't know if it's gonna be a great hire or a bad hire, but I will say this: I can see why the people who are upset because it seems like we're just jumping on the hamster wheel again and again. They wanted to see Coach Morris go out and try to bring in something new that we haven't seen. Try to bring in someone that we haven't seen in the Falcons organization, that we haven't seen some of their work already on the field. You know what I mean? And so it seems like you're pulling from the old staff again. This is okay. We got the Dan Quinn staff minus Shanahan and Dan Quinn. You know, the way I look at it, you know what I'm saying? You just brought back the Dan Quinn staff post Super Bowl minus Dan Quinn and Kyle Shanahan. So will it work? Only time will tell. Me personally, you know, I'm not bashing the Jeff Ulbrich hire, but I would have liked to see something a little different. Maybe something that we all hadn't seen. Maybe someone that maybe we didn't know about. Maybe just something that we can see that okay, he's going to bring something that we don't already do. Looking at the way that Robert Saleh and Jeff Ulbrich them have run defense in the past, it has not been like real blitz happy getting defensive backs into it. It hasn't been anything of that nature. So now it looks like we about to run, a similar version of what we've been running. Let your front get after. Everybody kind of drop, cover, see if your front four can do it. We know we don't have the horses for the front four to do it. At least we haven't, at least as the team was constructed when the season ended. We know the same team wasn't going to come back the same way next season. But as the team was constructed last year, the front four is not going to get it. You need to bring more pressure. And I think that's what a lot of us and a lot of people were looking to see. It kind of looked like that Coach Morris just went with what was comfortable. And then to Oha's point, which is true, when Robert Saleh left, you can look at the stats, everyone. And was this because Jeff Ulbrich had to be the interim coach and the defensive coordinator? Did it affect his defense? I don't know. But what Oha just said that we put here on the screen, that Jets defensive rankings each week after Robert Saleh left, they got worse, 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 and worse. Now the offense was atrocious. Now we do have to take that into account. The Jets offense was atrocious, and they could not move the ball the way that we feel like Michael Penix led offense will be able to move the ball. But the numbers are the numbers. The defense got worse, worse, and worse.
Now, see, that's concerning. I saw that was a top 5 defense, but they're saying that was the other guys' defense. That concerns me right there, man. But you know what though, Trey? We came off the bye. We had a stretch of games, 4 or 5 games, to where we led the league in sacks.
Mm-hmm.
So we see the defense is capable. Let's see what they do, man. My thing is, who are we keeping? Are we keeping on Judon?
No.
Are we keeping Simmons?
I mean, if they got to break Judon a new contract, I say absolutely not. I say Judon and Carter both need to be like an umpire out of here.
Hey
You know
man,
what I'm saying?
but we spent a 3rd round draft pick on him, Trey. Jeez.
Okay, but look at it like this. There's nothing we can do about that now. But are you gonna spend a 3rd round draft pick and more money on him? You're gonna give up more resources and put more money in Judon? Y'all chime in. Y'all put it in the comments. Let us know. Should we keep Judon? Should we keep Judon? My opinion, no. I don't see how you can keep Judon. The production was not there. Yes, you gave up a 3rd round, but hey, you don't make it worse. You don't try to justify it by making it worse.
I agree with you, Trey. We don't keep him, but I don't agree with giving a 3rd round pick for the sucker. He's not going to be able to produce for us this year. He didn't produce for us this past year, and this upcoming year, I don't see him getting any better. But damn, a 3rd round pick, we couldn't have gave a 5th or 6th for him. 3rd round picks, man. You find some gems with 3rd rounds, man.
Yeah, you do. But I mean, I mean, he's 1 year older. Yes, he's in the same system, but like I just don't see bringing Judon back. If they got to give him a contract, he want to come back at a vet minimum. He want to come back for the low for whatever they were paying Carter. If they can let Carter go ahead and go, and then give that money to Judon, whatever they okay, we'll take that. But as far as giving him some 2-3 year deal, I don't see it. I rather have one of the young guys. You got Braylon Trice coming back. That's a player that hopefully once he comes back healthy, that he's going to get those minutes out there as well. Then we still have possibilities in the draft and in free agency. I say no to Judon. No, 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 and no.
Charles Rush says, I honestly don't know about the hire. I just hope Penix can put it all together next season with Bajan and Drake. Charles, I agree with you. I think he will put it together. I think you will see. We will see the Atlanta Falcons' next quarterback for years to come with Penix. What's John got to say? John's kind of lengthy. Okay, John, Says the Falcons will never win a superpower. Hmm. The people in the office are okay as long as they get paid. They have to spend big money for an all-around Super Bowl caliber team, and they're not willing to spend money because that's more for them. I disagree. They don't care. That's why we get one big player and that's it. Just sell the Falcons and let's move on. The Falcons are laughing stock of the NFL players play for the Falcons to get. Man, John, you know what? I'm not reading that.
Yeah, yeah, John. I don't agree with any of that. The Falcons have paid a bunch of players way too much money. They're not afraid to spend
Yeah.
money. Arthur Blank will spend money. He sure will. And I
John,
know
John just
there.
talking, man. He just frustrated.
Yeah, I know some people saying, I see on Instagram Southside Logistics LLC. He's saying, why give up a third round pick then let him walk out the door? Because what you can draft him, and I get what you're saying. You don't want to have to give up a third round pick and let him walk, but the third round is leaving regardless. You're gonna have to pay him to keep him just staying around. I mean, I don't see keeping Judon. That's just me. I don't see keeping him. I don't see giving him more money to go ahead and stay. You know, I wouldn't do it now. If you got to bring him in for more money, if you got to spend more money to keep him, nah, I wouldn't do it.
Mario
I
said
wouldn't do it.
Raheem and Terry playing with their job. They better hope this signing playing out. Right. Shalonda Spencer, what's up? This sounds like a setup for failure yet again. They need to be looking at Morris. What is he bringing?
Yeah,
Shalonda, that's a
I mean,
great point.
Coach Morris has. I mean, this is here. You are in year two. Here you are in year two, and you're already being looked at as a person who may need to be replaced. Coach Morris really has to dig deep. It can't be all slogans and pep talk. He's gonna have to figure out a way to get the personnel. No, he does not have the best personnel, but you're gonna have to figure out personnel, man. And Terry, man, I've been trying my best not to really bash Terry. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you because he's black. I've been trying not to bash the black GM. But Terry has to get it together on some of the later round draft picks. Yes, he's made some decisions in the first round that some of us would disagree with, taking Bijan over Jalen Carter, taking Drake London over maybe another receiver, the Kyle Pitts over everybody else is the big head scratcher. Um, but but he's been wrong on some late round picks. Like even in the second round, Troy Anderson over Nakobe Dean. All us, everybody who hates Georgia was saying, "Man, y'all just want him because he's a Georgia player." Looking at Troy Anderson and look at what Nakobe Dean was to the Eagles defense, looked like Nakobe Dean would have been the better pick. You look at some of the picks that the Rams made just last year. Brandon Fisk in the second round. Uh, did we trade up to get a Roro before Brandon Fisk? I want to say Brandon Fisk had 4 or 5 sacks this year. I don't really remember. I don't remember any splash plays from Aurora, and I'm not saying Aurora is gonna suck. But what I'm saying is you didn't see much from him as far as splash plays this season. So you know Terry has some. He has some splaining to do. Let's just say that Terry Fontenot has some splaining to do, and they have to dig in and they have to get this together. So they have to. It's imperative. And this Jeff Ulbrich hire better pan out because no one's gonna want to hear it if it doesn't.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Yashi said he showed promise at the end of the season, but I agree. No, he talking about Jadon. Mario, only way we keep him, he got to take less money. If not, he can roll. Okay, same thing Trey said. Your boy Oha says the thing with Judon was Jimmy Lake had him in coverage. Yes, man, that's what I was talking about one day. Somebody was like, he sacks the quarterback. I was like, I know, but I was saying I don't want to see him covering people, man. Instead of letting him do what he do
At
versus the
all. Boy, I'm
quarterback.
talking
Yeah, I
about
didn't understand that at all. That was crazy to me, man. That's why he looked bad. To be honest, he looked slow as molasses covering them people. Judon and Simmons has to go. Michael Evans Jr. said, Judon and Simmons has to go. They both catfished us. I love that, Mike. They did catfish us, bro. That's why Denver cut Simmons' ass. He was catfishing. No different than seeing a fine woman on social media. Y'all excited to date. Soon as you see her, she a hot mess. Look, she about 500 pounds, looking 125 in her pictures, all dolled up, looking with real hair, got on blue eyes and all that stuff, man. And you see her, she got black eyes. She fat as hell, and she kind of like similar. She kind of similar to the picture, but that's only by goddamn the lips. But that's it, man. Yes, man.
Hey,
Judon and Simmons catfished us for sure.
hey, Michael Evans, we gonna give you credit in the episode, meaning we're gonna shout you out. That's what I mean. We're gonna shout you out, but we're gonna do an episode called the Catfish episode, and it's gonna be on bad free agents and people who catfish the Atlanta Falcons over the years,
I
who look
love it.
who look one way, but they were another way. Peerless Price comes to mind.
Ray Edwards.
Ray Edwards comes to mind. You know what I'm saying? Judon can be thrown off in the mix. Man, we have a lot that we can talk about. It's gonna be called the Cat. So Michael Evans, shout out to you. Like I said, we're gonna shout you out. That's the credit we're gonna give. So when I say we're gonna give you credit, it won't be anything financial. We're gonna shout you out and say shout out to our guy Michael Evans Jr. We're gonna do an episode, man. It's gonna be called the Catfish episode, and it's gonna be discussing all of the players who catfished us. I guarantee you, Michael Evans, you will see that coming from us within the next 2 to 3 episodes that we record on when we sit down in person and do it. We're gonna record the Catfish episode.
That's a good one. I like that, Trey. Thank you, Michael Evans. Hey, Michael, how JJ doing? You on
No,
good
hey,
time?
somebody said Cousins, boy. Kirk Cousins is the #1 on the list for the Catfish episode. Somebody on Falcons game chef, boy. He said Cousins, boy. Cousins would be on there. Connect the culture, boy. My guy, he always comment on our stuff, man. Connect. He said Steven Jackson goes on the Catfish episode.
Oh, forgot about him. What about Todd Gurley?
I was just about to say, man, Gurley might go on the Catfish episode. Hey, man. Yeah, but hey, you know what, man? Hey, Hawks, we're gonna have to do that for the Falcons and the Hawks. Man, we might even do Braves as well, boy. Catfish episode.
Well, damn, Antonio said, yo, I'm a fan of you, Trey. I've been watching you ever since. Well, what about your boy Be Rich, man? You ain't a fan of me? Damn. I'm just joking.
Shout out to you, Antonio. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Hey, and one thing, I'm with you on. I'm a fan of Trey too, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. That's love, man.
Yeah,
that's love, man.
Well, Yoshi,
hey, but who knows? He may be talking music. He may be talking music. He may know it from music, and this ain't been watching since.
Well, you know I wrote all your raps, Trey. So come on, man.
Man, nah. I was actually good, so we know you didn't write
it. I'm just talking, man. You are an amazing. You are a dope artist, man. I'm a fan of you.
Yeah, we know. We know you didn't write it, man. Hey, man, Yoshi say Tat was a catfish too. Hey, he might as well, man.
Yeah, he was a catfish, man.
Hey, that's it. That's it, boy. Like and we're gonna have to get Swats to do a dope cover with the catfish. We're gonna have to get the dope cover with the catfish on them, man. Hey, that's it, boy. The Catfish episode. Shout out to Michael Evans Jr.
So, Mike, you say you get that all the time? I thought that was That was his name in Good Times. Hi, JJ Thelma. James. What was the mama name? Forgot the mama name. I just remember. Damn.
Florida, man. Florida Evans.
Oh, Florida. That's right, Florida.
Yeah. Florida Evans, man.
Yeah. Let's see, Antonio. Oh, thank you, Antonio. Thank you, man. Now you made me happy, man. Now I'm smiling. Now I'm gonna tell y'all a story, man. We went to the Matt Ryan. They had a celebration for Matt Ryan at the Coca-Cola at the Roxy over there in Roswell. And one of the Falcon player, what's his name? O'Haley? What's his name?
Yeah. Ovi Mahaley.
Mahaley. So me and Trey standing right there, and he just be like, "Man, I just love your show, man. I'm standing right here, man. You do." He just looking at Trey, shaking him, hugging him, loving him, and I'm like, "Damn, bro, like I'm a part of the show too." I guess I gotta step my game up, Trey. That's what I gotta do, man. I gotta step my game.
Man. Hey, man, that really affected you that night.
Oh yeah, man.
Hey
Oh,
man, well look, it's no crazier than hey look, oh I do remember that video. Old girl, she popular on
how they said,
she real
remember the
popular on social media too.
on the IG model showed her real life and she and had those braids. That's just I ain't never seen that video.
Yes, man. You seen dog. That video is hilarious. Yeah, man. Old
I,
girl, man. She used to make fun of herself all the time. But look, man, I tell a quick story and then we get right back to these Falcons. Of course, we come from the music business. For y'all that don't know, B Rich was the music manager extraordinaire, managed Kevin Gates, B.O.B. Man, Bootsy, he part of Hustle Gang. And of course, we were working with B.O.B., working with Bob at the time. We all were part of the crew. I used to perform and write with Bob. So I'm coming through the airport, and I used to go by the name Playboy Trey. For those of y'all that don't know, I used to go by the name Playboy Trey. And so I'm coming through the airport, and I hear this guy, Playboy Trey, Playboy Trey. Like I'm coming through the airport. This dude is yelling my name. I turn around, I see a dude yelling my name, and he's running. Like the dude is like running. Like, he wasn't doing like a full sprint, but he was moving a little bit to where you could call it a slight jog, a light jog, right? The dude
mhm.
gets up to me, he makes 3 times. Playboy Trey, hey man, I've been trying to catch up to you, man. Hey, I got these CDs, man. Hey, I got 3 of them, man. Can you please get this one to Bob, get this one to B Rich, and get this to TJ? Appreciate it, man. Thank you. And the dude turned around and he took off. And I'm standing there holding these CDs in my hand. I'm holding these CDs in my hand like this. And I'm looking at this dude like, this dude just stopped me to tell me to give something to Be Rich. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. I
I
turn
didn't get
around
it.
to the trash. I turn to the trash. Man, forget this nigga CD.
I can honestly say I didn't get a CD, buddy.
Hey man, forget your CDs, man. Chase me down, talking about getting them some CDs, dog. I'm trying to make it to my plane, man. Find something better to do, dog.
That's
I'm
funny.
trying.
That's
And dude,
funny. Thank you.
I thought the dude, I'm like, oh man, dude appreciate my music. No, that dude wanted to holler at Be Rich, Bob, and TJ. Just don't know. They didn't want to hear it either.
That's funny. Yeah,
They
I
didn't
think.
want to hear it either.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the Hawks games. Scott Stott. I'm gonna watch the Hawks game. T Dub says I don't like the hire, but let's see how it goes. Just don't want no flashbacks. I feel you on that, T Dub. I really do. JD Jackson. I like your name. JD Jackson from 50-yard bomb. Let me know when you do them top 5 best Falcon teams. Ooh, yeah. I did talk about that. The top 5 best Falcon. Yeah, we gotta do that too. Forgot all about that. Thank you, JD.
Yeah, we gotta do that. So look, let me ask y'all this, and this is something that we're gonna do for a show as well. But we can ask y'all this right now since we talking. It's sort of Falcon related, but it's playoff related. Let me ask you guys this. Looking at the success, and I want everyone to chime in. Please leave comments, chime in, and so we can read your thoughts. Looking at the recent success of our former coach Dan Quinn making it to the NFC Championship game, should the Falcons have tried to stick with Dan Quinn, or were they right for letting Dan Quinn go at the time they let him go? I'll let you start it off, Be Rich.
All right, well, I'm gonna say this, but I know how you gonna go with it. Man, I wish we'd have kept Dan Quinn. I like Dan Quinn. The brotherhood kind of got corny, but I really like him as a coach. I really liked him as a. I really like Dan Quinn. I just wish he would have just told Kyle Shanahan to run the ball. That's the only. That's the only thing I had. And then the onside kick against Dallas when we just fumbled that crap. But overall, man, Dan Quinn's a great coach, man. He knows how to pick coordinators. He knows how to delegate and get the right people doing what they need to do. And we can see you can go look at that 2016-15 team, and a lot of those coaches are head coaches now, or are contributing to teams in a major way. I think the Dolphins coach was on that staff. I think Green Bay's
Green Bay's coach.
coach
Mhm.
was on that staff.
But all those guys were Shanahan's guys.
Oh wow, there you go. But still, like Dan Quinn, I like his philosophy. He's like, man, that guy gave me a hard time when I played against him, man. If you can't beat him, join him. So he hired Kyle Shanahan. He got Cliff what's his name? Trey
Kingsbury,
Kingsbury.
Kingsbury, or
King,
Kingsbury, whatever his name is.
Kingsbury up there showing out. So man, like I know what you're gonna say. I'm gonna let you go ahead and say it, but I wish we'd have kept Dan Quinn, personally.
All right. So look, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, right? And anybody who been paying attention to our show, when Dan Quinn name comes up, they know how I feel about Dan Quinn. Man, I really, 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 really like Dan Quinn.
Oh
I
wow.
like Dan Quinn. No, I've always said that. I like Dan Quinn. I like Dan Quinn. Like I'm a fan of Dan Quinn. I hated that Dan Quinn had to leave, but I still say, as much as I like Dan Quinn had to be let go by the Atlanta Falcons. It was one of those situations where, like, I have to help you by pushing you on out the door. It got stale for Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn and those players went through so much hurt here by losing that Super Bowl. It was stale. Dan Quinn had lost his way. The only way Dan Quinn could halfway find himself as a coach again, he had to get out the city of Atlanta. He had to get out the Falcons organization. I read an article where Dan Quinn was talking. It was an article from this year where they interviewed Dan Quinn. And he talked about when he was let go, how it was a real lonely time, but he got with, man, I can't remember how many coaches around the league. He asked them to send him a review of what they think of him as coaching against him, or coaches who've been around him, players, what they thought about him, playing for him or playing against him. And he said he went straight to all the negative things that people said. And he said it helped transform him to an even better coach now. He said that he realized the defense that he ran here, that version of the Tampa 2 that Seattle ran, he realized that the league had caught up to it. He realized he had to change it up. He realized a lot of things about himself that he had to change to become a better coach. And yes, he does have Jaden Daniels. Now, we're not going to take away from him having Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is a beast. And when you have a quarterback who looks right now in his rookie year to be one of the guys who in the future can be one of the pillars of the league at the quarterback position, like, I won't say it's easy to win, but it makes your job easier. But with all that said, Dan Quinn knows how to hire coordinators. Dan Quinn, I don't think he does the buddy thing. He doesn't do the buddy thing. If all y'all remember, Kyle Shanahan's name was Mud in the NFL. When Dan Quinn hired him, Kyle Shanahan's name was Mud. Kyle Shanahan quit on the Cleveland Browns in the middle of a game. Like, this man quit in the middle of a game. Like, go look it up. Kyle Shanahan walked off on the Cleveland Browns during a game, dog. Like, I'm done with this. I don't want no more parts of y'all. They didn't want no more parts of him. After his first year here, the whole media, the Atlanta media was saying, fire Kyle Shanahan. Dan Quinn stuck with him. So I'm happy for him as a coach, but he had to be let go for the Atlanta Falcons. He wasn't going to have the success he's having now with the Atlanta Falcons. It just was not going to happen. He had to get fired for him to be better. I just wish we would have made a better decision in our hiring process after we let Dan go and went ahead and got somebody, so we could have went ahead and had a coach in place right now where things were already rolling instead of what happened with Arthur Smith. But no, the Falcons, they shouldn't have kept Dan Quinn.
Great point, man. I like that. You're right. I like him, man. I like him. Let me ask you this. I got a question, man. I had a debate with a friend. Offensive rookie of the year. It's going to Brock Bowers or Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels.
I tend to agree with you, man. But this guy swore up and down that Brock Bowers win the offensive rookie of the year, man.
It's a quarterback, dog.
You already know
It's a
who said
quarterback.
that. You know who said that, right?
Doug said it. Yeah, no, it's. I think it's gonna go to Jaden Daniels, but I don't know, man. Brock Bowers. I will say this: that dude made first team All Pro as a rookie, dog. This man is first team All Pro. If they give it to Brock Bowers, I ain't even gonna say I'm shocked. I think it's gonna go to Jaden Daniels because he plays the quarterback position. It's when you have a quarterback that's successful who has catapulted a team, helped catapult the team into the playoffs, and now before people vote, they've had a chance to see what is happening in the playoffs as well. So their emotions are even higher on Jaden Daniels. Oh my God, look at what he's doing. He's had more games to impress them than Brock Bowers had. But this man was first team All Pro as a rookie. Let that sink in. First team All Pro. I don't even know if Kyle Pitts makes the first team at Gresham Park or Ben Hill, dog. I promise you. I'm not sure.
Speaking of Kyle Pitts, well, let's see what Michael Evans says. I was just gonna say that he admitted he had to make some changes to become a better coach, Much like Brett Favre situation. Brett was party. He's a party animal here and wasn't putting in the time. They called him Buckhead Brett, by the way. Here from what I read, he had to go somewhere else to become Brett Favre. That's true, Mike. All right, the question is Kyle Pitts, number 4th overall pick, highest tight end ever selected. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
What you talking about? Like keeping Kyle Pitts?
Yes, what are the Falcons gonna do, man?
Okay, when you think about the exit interviews, you heard from the coach. He said, "I look forward to seeing Michael Penix, Drake, Bijan. I look forward to seeing that combination." He didn't say Kyle Pitts' name. That's number one. Number two, exit interview by the GM. So far we haven't seen some of the explosive things we know that we need to see out of Kyle Pitts. It wasn't he didn't bash him, but it wasn't all the way positive. Me going by those two things, he's not in good favors by the team. I think they're going to the off season, they're going to the season to see how things may go. I don't think he finishes next year with us if he's not balling. Now, can the do-rag dude bring the baller out of Kyle Pitts? Matter of fact, man, while I'm sitting here, shoot, boy. The do-rag dude, while we're talking about him, shoot, I might
Hey,
as
why
well
do you
go
call
ahead.
him the do-rag dude for people that don't know?
Yeah, might as well go ahead and get ready, boy. Let me go ahead and get that thing ready, boy.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
You heard what I said?
Go ahead and get that thing ready. The do-rag dude. Boy, could that man ride that way? He wear the do-rag. Boy, that's what Arthur Blank called him when he said, man, get the do-rag dude, man. Get that dude that wear the do-rags and ride the wave. You know what I'm saying? We just ride the wave. But anyway, man, can the do-rag dude bring that out of Cal?
Look
Yeah,
at
man.
you, man.
I know you laughing, man. Got the do-rag on, man. Got the do-rag on with the hat, boy. That's how cool I am. I wear the do-rag. I wear the do-rag with the hat,
Man,
boy.
what is this man doing, y'all?
Hey, man. Hey, let me tell you, if this was a Louis do-rag, it almost looked like Dipset. But anyway, seriously though, man. Seriously, yeah, I'm gonna leave this on for a hot second. Seriously though, man, can Kyle Pitts can the do-rag dude, Michael Penix Jr., bring the baller out of Kyle Pitts? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. I don't think we keep Kyle Pitts. I don't see Kyle Pitts finishing next year in a Falcons uniform. If he does, though, that means he was balling.
Hey, Mississippi Paper, I wish we could do that. I wish we could do that. I hope we could do that. I'm received that. All right, man. Shoot, man. You want to talk a little bit of NFL playoffs or Atlanta Hawks, man? Or you want to continue to talk to Falcons?
Yeah, man. Look, man. We can go ahead and talk. Let me know, man. Let me know if y'all want to stick around for some NFL playoffs, man. Can we talk some NFL playoffs with you guys? Can we step outside the city of Atlanta for a hot second and talk some NFL playoffs? Man, y'all put a one in the chat, man, if y'all good with that, man. If y'all good with us going ahead and talking some NFL playoffs, man, put a one in the chat. Because I have some things that I want to talk about, man. I have some things that I want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So we got T-Dub went ahead and threw that one off in the chat, man. We appreciate you, man. So Lamar, man. Lamar.
Oh, man.
They got my boy Lamar Jackson out of the playoffs, man. How do you feel? Or how did you feel when you saw that tight end?
Hey,
hot potato that thing.
Let me say this. I'm gonna tell you two things. First and foremost, the man had 4 drops all year, 2 in that game. The man had like 3-4 fumbles in the period of 5 years. I'm gonna say this, man. You know those what's it like, Sports King or the sporting the betting stuff? We can't do it.
Yeah, what about like they're talking about DraftKings, Prize Picks, all that stuff.
Prize Picks. I believe, man, Andrews was for the take, man. He was for the take. I think somebody got to him, and FanDuel, Prize Picks, they won, man. They won big. Because how that man dropped that ball, man? Are you kidding me? How he fumbled? How he dropped 2 passes and he only had 2 drops the whole year before that. That man's a great tight end, man. They paid that man. That man sitting somewhere in Hawaii, kick back, sipping some pineapple pina coladas, laughing at us, man. And Lamar, man, Lamar looks so disgusted, man. He's like, I should have just ran the ball, man. Could have ran and done better than that. I should have just dislocated my shoulder. If you're gonna drop the ball like that, boy.
Nah, let me tell you, man. It's a lot of blame to go around. And as much as I love Lamar, the blame goes on the tight end, and the blame goes to Lamar as well. I think Lamar will say that. He will say that. It hurt to see him throw that interception. It hurt to see him have that fumble that the Bills turned into a touchdown later. I really wanted to see Lamar succeed, but I'm gonna say this right now, man. If anybody I don't know if you on here or not, but it's a whole lot of people who will be talking. Man, for all the people who can't stand Lamar Jackson, I don't know why they can't stand Lamar Jackson, or do I really know why they can't stand Lamar Jackson? Maybe because it looks too much like what they are not used to seeing. Like, man, Lamar Jackson cut from the Mike Vick cloth. I don't care what none of y'all say, man. All these new age quarterbacks, they cut from the Mike Vick cloth. You can't erase that. You cannot erase the Mike Vick era, and it just has been expanded and taken to a new level with Lamar and players like that. And we want to see those players succeed. So you can talk about Lamar. You can say Lamar ain't this. You can say Lamar ain't that. Yeah, Lamar did have an interception. He did fumble the ball, but that game was not sold on Lamar. It was not sold on the tight end. But for these guys who I'm talking about right now, the guys who love to say it's all Lamar's fault. Lamar can't win the big game. Lamar can't do this. Lamar can't do that. Man, shame on you. Shame on you. It's a lot of quarterbacks who has had success early in the regular season and couldn't get it done in the playoffs. And you could not say that they definitively could not win it, just like you cannot say definitively that Lamar Jackson cannot win it. Lamar Jackson is still young. I think 27 years old. And for anyone to be able to sit there and say he can never win it, or they don't know if he has the tools to win it, they don't know if he can make the throws to win it. Come on, man. The man has shown. The man has shown that he can make the plays to do it, man. Shout out to Lamar Jackson.
They better have them same comments for Josh Allen this past weekend, because Josh Allen ain't gonna get past Mahomes.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Like, like a lot of people, like, man, why didn't they get a ball to Derrick Henry more? I think they started seeing that they were able to run the ball, and they had a good drive going. They had crossed the 50. Man, the Bills player punched it out. Andrews had that fumble. Man, it hurt. T-Dub say Ravens made too many mistakes. Oha say that cold Buffalo weather. Michael Crew, he agreed with you. He said that he would pay it off. I can't. I won't go that far. I won't go that far. Mississippi paper said Lamar fumble ain't through interception. That he did. That he did. You know what I'm saying? And Mr. Watkins said so a drop catch is worth more than an interception and a fumble. I don't know if he's asking trying to say.
Watkins, I'll tell you what, man. Like, Lamar did that, but what I'm trying to say is he brought him back, man. He came back, minute 30 left, threw the touchdown, and had a chance to do the 2 points. So that was forgiven. If he could have gotten that, and they would have went overtime, and somehow they could have gotten the ball back. So that's all forgotten about. But you're right, he did have a fumble, and if he wouldn't have had that fumble, they wouldn't have got that touchdown, and who's to say what it have been. So I understand your point. But hey man, I want to talk about this.
Hold on, right quick. So Dez 1017 said that, Dez, shout out to Dez. He always showing love on the page, man. We appreciate you, Dez. He said Lamar can't win the big game. He said I love Lamar, but he can't win the big game. I can't say that. He just hasn't won it yet. I don't think we can definitively say he can't win it. Like they said, Peyton Manning couldn't win it. He ended up winning 2. I mean, I'm sure John Elway said that he couldn't win the big game. That man went to 4 Super Bowls and lost. Am I correct?
Yes, man. He lost a lot of Super Bowls, and I remember that. And it was like, oh, he a loser. I lived in Denver at that time when he lost the Super Bowls.
Yeah, that man went to the Super Bowl and lost, but then he ended up winning 2 Super Bowls. So I'm not gonna say Lamar can't do it. He just hasn't done it yet. I'm not willing to say Lamar can't do it. Like I want to see Lamar win. I want to see Lamar succeed. I love his style of play, man. The way he buys time in the pocket, like that pass that came on the touchdown before the 2-point conversion. I'm like, man, what are you doing, Lamar? What are you doing? He was just back there. I'm like, what is he doing? Now he throws the pass. The dude comes sliding in, gets the touchdown. Like it was beautiful. it was beautiful, man. But go ahead. What were you about to talk about before I started talking
That
about
what
my
I
day?
want to say, man. Like, hey, you know, hey, the Falcons. You know, we had a disappointing season, but it wasn't as disappointing as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It wasn't as disappointing as the Detroit Lions. You know what I'm saying? Detroit
It
Lions,
was
man.
to me.
No, sir,
It
buddy.
was to me.
Detroit Lions was the number one seed. They had everything clicking. They lost. Now they lost both the offensive coordinator, the defensive coordinator. At least the Falcons the last 3 games
Oh,
we had some.
Aaron Glenn went ahead and took a job
Well,
somewhere.
he about to. They say he definitely out of here. So here's the say: it's like they got to reset. So they got a whole year next year where who knows what they're gonna do. But I tell you what, I was excited about the Falcons at the end of the season. You know, we had something to look forward to. We had a brand new quarterback, the do-rag dude, as you call him. So yeah, I say the Falcons didn't have as much as a disappointing season as the Detroit Lions, as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who else lost? Another big team lost. Who was the team lost that shouldn't have lost? I can't. Minnesota Vikings lost. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yeah, they had way.
I'm
They out of here, man. Had
I'm gonna
great
take
seasons,
I'm
man.
gonna take the opposite on that.
Why?
I'm gonna tell you, I rather you have an opportunity. I rather you go into the playoffs with an opportunity. Yeah, you lose and yeah, it hurts, but like that's just like saying losing the Super Bowl. That's worse than your team going 0-16. Like you know what I'm saying? Just because your team sucked during the regular season, that don't mean that it is less hurtful than who make it to. In my opinion, just my opinion. I feel like you make it to the playoffs, man. That's better than just your team sucking. Then now you in limbo with a staff who hasn't proven that they're gonna make the right decision with a draft pick. So now you're at 15 to do what? You don't even know what your team gonna do. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. Me personally, I would have rather had because we've been in them shoes. We've been in those same shoes with the Falcons. We've had them be the number 2 overall, who had a bye at the time in 2010 and got the mess beat out of them by the Green Bay Packers. And man, it hurt. I sat there and watched my blood pressure go from normal to high. I literally did. You know what I'm saying? The blood pressure birds. I literally watched it and took my blood pressure and watched my blood pressure was raised from the time I started watching that game
The
to that
blood
pick
pressure
six
birds are stressing me out.
right before halftime. I mean, we feel good because we have a young quarterback who got in and played 3 games. But that's what we're excited about.
Yeah.
If Michael Penix wasn't there, and if it would have
Oh,
just ended, if it would have just ended with
yes,
just
I
Kirk
agree.
Cousins,
I agree.
then
I agree.
so we're
But
not
that's
really
hypothetical. That didn't happen though.
no, but what I'm saying, we're not excited about how the season went. It's not because our season went and we're more so we're excited because now we have a new quarterback. We have a new quarterback that we like, okay, well, maybe our new quarterback can come in and play. You know what I mean? But like, what would we have felt by having a sorry 8-9 season if Kirk Cousins would have been the quarterback, man? I can't. I ain't gonna take that, man. Shout out to the Lions, and I ain't finna shout out to the Bucks because they, they in our division, but they did better than we did. I still feel like it's better to have your opportunity. Just give me an opportunity. I'd rather take the opportunity because you never know what's gonna happen, man. Forget that, man. Forget saying let's just have a horrible season. I'm not taking that.
I ain't say let's have a horrible season.
But we had one. We had a horrible
I mean, we
season.
had a bad season, but I'm just
You
saying
know
that
what I'm saying?
I feel like the bigger disappointment usually ends with us. 28-3, other things. But this year, I would say the Lions had more heartbreak than us. The Minnesota Vikings had more heartbreak than us, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had more heartbreak than us. That's all I'm saying.
No, I get you. I mean,
Yeah.
look, it's kind of just like I'm not gonna say common sense, but it's kind of just like the way life goes, right? The
Yeah.
higher you go, the harder you fall when you fall, right?
Yeah.
So that's just life, right? The higher you go, the higher you fall from, the harder the fall is when you land, right? So that's just what it is. The Lions they went higher than us. The Bucks went higher than us, and so of course the fall was a lot harder, man. But
Yeah,
you
one,
know,
two, three. The top three teams seeded, they're gone. The Lions, Minnesota, and the Bucks. 1, 2, 3. Hey, yeah. So he said, "Yep,
but now
Glenn is."
Minnesota was they was a wild card
Oh,
team.
okay. Oh, my bad. My bad. Oh, the Eagles was 2. My bad. I was wrong. He said, "Yep, Glenn is the coach for the Jets now."
Okay.
So look at this, Watkins. So, bro, do we keep Cousins as backup or trade him to Cleveland?
Keep him until they can find somewhere good to trade him. Till they can find somewhere good to trade. Well, till Kirk Cousins agrees to being traded. Wherever he gets traded, it's gonna be where he wants to go. Falcons have no leverage whatsoever. Falcons have no leverage when it comes to Kirk Cousins because he has a no trade clause. So it's gonna be where Kirk Cousins wants to go.
So who you got, man? Who going to the Super Bowl? All these Final Four. Who going?
Who going to the Super Bowl, man? Uh, if I had to go out on a limb, man, it's between look. My head wants to say the Chiefs are gonna beat the Bills. Or, or should I say me? I'm gonna say my head. My just me thinking like, okay, but my gut telling me the Bills gonna finally beat them. They've gotten put out the playoffs. You know, they had that heartbreaking loss. They got to play in Kansas City. My gut telling me the Bills gonna go ahead and beat them. But man, that's tough. Now on the other side, man, that's kind of tough because I got some friends who some Eagles fans who, I would like to see them be happy. Shout out to my boy Sean Fay. I always like to see my partners be happy. I got another family, got another close family, man, who a Washington fan. And Jaden Daniels is young. But let me go ahead and pick it, man. And I'm gonna stand on it. We'll see if it happens like that. Man, both road teams will not win. So I'm not gonna say Bills and Commanders. I don't see both road teams winning. That would be crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna go against my gut. I'm gonna say Chiefs and Commanders.
Okay. All right, that's a good pick. Hey, chat. Put in the chat who you think's going to the Super Bowl. I want to see everybody from Instagram. Put it on their Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Y'all put who you got. All right, my picks for the Super Bowl. Who I would like to see, and this is my wish, hope, but then I'll tell you who's going. I would love to see the Commanders go to the Super Bowl and win and have a rookie quarterback win for the first time. Shouts out to Dan Quinn. I wouldn't be mad at that. Is that going to happen? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm going to say this. The Chiefs will beat the Bills. They will not have the answer to Patrick Mahomes. Them guys all year.
Bills 100% gonna win now.
All right. All right. Second, Philadelphia Eagles, Saquon Barkley can't be stopped. They will go to the Super Bowl, and the Giants will look like the dumbest team in the world for not getting nothing for Saquon Barkley. So, yeah, Saquon Barkley will lead the Philadelphia Eagles, the Philadelphia Bulldogs, to the Super Bowl. So, it will be another rematch of the Chiefs and the Eagles minus Kelsey's brother. So, yeah, I see that. I don't know who's going to win. I have to think about that. But that's who's going to Super Bowl.
Man, since you said it so definitively, the Bills gonna win.
Okay.
It just seems like any time that you be very definitive on something and be like, they're not gonna stop Mahomes. They gonna stop Mahomes.
All right.
Yeah, Josh Allen probably gonna go for about 4 touchdowns on them boys.
Okay. So you change your prediction?
No, but I'm just saying, you saying that.
So what's your
lets me know-
prediction? What's the Super Bowl? Who going?
Man, listen, these are not concrete picks, but I said I'm gonna go against my gut and say the Chiefs. Chiefs and Commanders, and watch it be the opposite. Watch it be the Bills and the Eagles. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So you're gonna go against Andy Reid and the GOAT.
Man, well, Andy Reid is a GOAT. So y'all know me and B Rich when we first started this podcast, we had a debate because I said Andy Reid was a GOAT, that he was one of the GOATs when it comes to coaching. B Rich told me that Andy Reid was not a GOAT. And I think he continues to prove that he is one of the goats of the game. Like he just one of the goats, man.
Well, I mean, I called him a pig, but all right.
That was just I said I wasn't even gonna go into that.
But you
That's
know what
just
though? Hey man,
that's just
after
ridiculous.
all right, now that I reassessed the beginning of the year before the season started, yeah, Andy Reid is a goat, man. I wish we had him as our coach.
The
Man.
man won 3 Super Bowls. How can a coach who won 3 Super Bowls not be one of the goats?
I mean, I was kind of saying that Patrick Mahomes got in them Super Bowl because he didn't get one with the Eagles. So
Man,
I don't care no more. He'll go.
Belichick ain't win nothing without Brady.
And I have to take that into consideration too as well.
Bill Walsh ain't win nothing without Montana, did he?
No, he won. Well, I can't say that because
Without Montana?
Did he coach Steve Young or that was George Seifert? Can't remember. I think that was
But I'm
George.
just saying what I'm saying is these coaches are goats, just like some of the players they have are some of the greatest of all time. I'm not going to diminish the coach or the player. I'm going to give it to them both. I'm not going to say the coach only won it because of this player. You know, there was a time where, you know, y'all don't know, but if you've been here long enough, you know. But if you don't know, I'm a huge Tom Brady hater, self-proclaimed. Yes, I've been a Tom Brady hater, big time Tom Brady hater ever since the Tuck rule. And I used to say Tom Brady was only winning because of Bill Belichick was his coach, and now that sounds foolish. Tom Brady definitely is one of the greatest of all time. And so I'm not going to separate any coach and any great player. They did it together. And so Andy Reid, even though he has Patrick Mahomes as one of the GOATs, would Patrick Mahomes still be the Patrick Mahomes he is without Andy Reid? I don't know, because it seems to not matter what coaches come and go. They keep rolling.
You want to bet? You know what happened last time we bet, right? You know what happened last time we
bet,
right? Okay, this is what happened.
Ooh, buddies, strike out, wings up.
Oh, stop eating all the wings up. That Clint Capella, you can't make a layup to save your life.
Man, why you always on Clint Capella? The man out there doing his job. He out there getting rebounds, playing defense.
Every time he make a rebound, he misses the layup, bro.
Man, dog,
he needs to kick it back out.
That's bad basketball,
Okay,
be rich.
Bet every time he misses, you owe me a box of wings.
Capella with a catch in traffic.
He just missed now, you owe me a box.
Finds Capella.
Yeah, keep missing, Clint. Yeah, keep missing. I'm ready for my wings.
Tray to the basket.
For my wings. He missed again. He missed again. He missed again.
Capella hooks.
Man, give me another 20.
Attempts to shoot more.
Party, let's strike out wings.
Capella missed it.
Thank you, Clint Capella. For my wings, for my wings, for my wings.
Finds Capella.
Come on, Clint.
Some more wings. I hope you got your EBT card ready, man. I got wings for days.
Hey man, shout out to the good people, man. This live is brought to you by the good people at Strikeout Wings. That is wings with a Z instead of a S. Strikeout Wings, Atlanta. They have 2 locations, one at 60 Peachtree Street and another location on Bankhead. On Tuesdays, they have 69-cent wings. You can get a 10-piece for $6.90. You can go ahead and get 100 for $69, man. You're not gonna find that deal anywhere else, man. They have some of the best wings out there, man. So remember, when you're looking for wings, make sure y'all holler at Strikeout Wings. Strikeout Wings.
Well, why we can't make the playoffs? All because they wanted to pay $100 million for a broke Achilles. But look at the Eagles out there balling. All Georgia players out there. How in the world a team from Philly have more Georgia players than a team from Georgia? Boy, I know you ain't talking. You a Saints fan. Boy, y'all suck too. Come on, get you a seat, my guy. Get you a seat right here next to mine. Look at that. Look at all them coaches. Every last one on pants legs pulled down. But our coach, now his pants leg pulled up. This Adam's apple. My God. There you go. Time out. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You take a time out. But our coach, he wanted to take his to the club. All you gotta do is take a time out. Look at that boy, Jaden Daniels. That boy is balling. Oh, Ricky, that's all they had to do. Put in the do-rag dude and ride the wave. Go Falcons. That could have been us, Coach Morris, but you out here playing. Pants legs pulled up to your hairline. Where you say y'all get this sauce from? Ooh, y'all must have got this from the fat section in heaven. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy, he's good right here. Matter of fact, I'm going to talk to Blank. Blank need to put y'all in the stadium. Y'all need to be in the bins. We need strikeout wings. We don't need $2 hot dogs.
Yeah, man. Don't strike out wings, man. Hey, man. Hey, every coach that's in the playoffs, their pants legs pull down to their ankles. All their pants legs know what gravity is, but our head coach, his pants leg pulled up to his hairline. Yep, I said it, and I'm standing on it, man.
Hey, I must say, and I ain't just saying this because they sponsored us, man. Like, we got a chance to do the skits there and we got a chance to taste some of their wings, and they had the hen. They had they fried hen, y'all, and they season it like to the bone. I'm telling you, man, these wings, man, that we had about 4-5 boxes, man. I probably ate about 2.5 boxes myself. Trey was on. He was in work mode. I'm sitting, let Trey direct everything, and I'm sitting here eating wings. He looked up like, "Hey, man, save some wings for the skit." I ate them wings up, man. So I must say, man, Strikeout Wings. Not just saying that because they sponsored this video. They are good. Shouts out to y'all, man. If y'all want some good wings, go to Strikeout Wings. Real talk, man.
Yeah, man. Strikeout Wings, man. Those wings are busting. I'm trying to tell you, man. Strikeout Wings, man. So, yeah. Shout out to Strikeout Wings. I got Faraji. Shout out to you, Faraji, man. We appreciate the love, man. So yeah, man. Going into the playoffs, so we looking at, you think this weekend it's gonna be the Chiefs, and you said the Eagles, and Saquon Barkley gonna go ahead and bring it home and make the Giants look stupid, right?
Yeah.
Or you're not making a Super Bowl prediction yet, right?
No, my prediction is the Eagles and the Chiefs, man. But I want Jaden Daniels to go to the Super Bowl and win. That's what I want. That's my heart of hearts wants. But just speaking just football, looking at it, like that's what I think gonna happen.
Well, I'm just telling you right now, and we will be here for each and every one of you. I'm just telling you right now, B Rich, and everybody out there listening, there will be a complete meltdown in the city of Atlanta if Dan Quinn wins a Super Bowl. There will be a complete meltdown in the city of Atlanta, and there'll be a meltdown. Well, it won't be a meltdown, but there'll be like an avalanche of disgusting comments from the people who hate Lamar, saying that Jaden Daniels has already accomplished more and why do people have to be compared? I'm telling you now, you're gonna see it. Remember, I told you, if Jaden Daniels makes it to a Super Bowl before Lamar Jackson, I guarantee you're gonna see people use that to throw an avalanche of hate on top of Lamar Jackson's name.
Wow.
So
that's
man.
Hey, but listen, man, the only reason I wouldn't want the Washington Commanders to not win the Super Bowl is because of our last year's quarterback who quit on us. Marcus Mariota is the backup quarterback to Jaden Daniels. So I wouldn't want to see him get a ring. But other than that, Dan Quinn, I would love to see get a ring. He's a good guy. I like him. I ain't gonna hate on him. And I like Daniels, man. It's hard not to like that dude, bro. It's hard not to like that dude. For real.
Yeah.
But you're right though, man. Atlanta probably woo. Some people gonna
So career, he said excluding the hate, but would it be fair? I guess are you talking about would it be fair for people to say Jaden Daniels did something before Lamar Jackson?
I think that's what he was saying.
Yeah, well, if they would say no, I don't think it would be fair because they only gonna single out Lamar. If you would single out Lamar, you have to single out every other quarterback who's been in the league just as long. Yeah, we would have to single out every other quarterback who's been in the league just as long, but haven't accomplished the same thing. If Jaden Daniels wins a Super Bowl, they better throw Joe Burrow's name in there. They better throw Josh Allen's name in there. They better throw Jalen Hurts' name in there. They better throw all these quarterbacks. Justin Herbert, they better go down the line of all the quarterbacks who were looked at as the future of the league and throw their names in there, people that Jaden Daniels succeeded before. But they're only going to single out one person. That's why I say it's hate. We live in a time, unfortunately, and I do have to admit this, where anytime you disagree with someone, it's labeled hate. So I'm not saying they would be hating because they disagree. I'm not using this as an opportunity to do that. If they only single out Lamar Jackson, which I believe that's what most people would do, then I mean, yeah, he did. 3 MVPs does hold weight, but still, those regular season awards, I still don't think he should be singled out. All the other players have been looked at like they the future as well, and it should be said that Jaden Daniels succeeded ahead of all those other quarterbacks as well. Lamar shouldn't be singled out in that situation, in my opinion. Lamar shouldn't be singled out. That he just did it before Lamar. I better hear Burrow's name. I better hear Josh Allen's name. I better hear Jalen Hurts' name. We can keep going down the line of all the people who they said were going to be really, really good quarterbacks and haven't accomplished the ultimate goal yet.
And it's amazing though, man. The Eagles back on top, back for another chance to go Super Bowl. And the Chiefs, man, would this be a three-peat or a three-peat, right? This a three-peat for the Chiefs?
Yeah, it would be.
Wow. It's never been done. I want to see history made. And I bet you the color of the Gatorade is purple for all you FanDuel people.
It could be. So he said he believes singling out is because of the MVPs. It could be for some, but I'm not gonna lie. Like some of the comments that I see, I think it's more than just the MVP. I think it's the style of play for some people. For some, it might be the MVPs. I won't disagree with you on that. But yeah, Dak Prescott name will get thrown off in there as well. But I think for some people, it's the style of play that Lamar has. I still believe some people just don't want to see that style of play win. Yep.
Look what Oha said, Trey.
Yep. That Mariota quit and then got Super Bowl with Dan Quinn. Yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is, Oha. Like, man, that would be that would be crazy, wouldn't it? That would be crazy, man. Yeah, Scott said Dak Prescott name with Dak name be thrown. Yeah, Dak name would be thrown in there.
Is Dak a catfish? Well, no, he's not no catfish. He was drafted.
Yeah, he got drafted by them in the 4th round. Like, I know he hasn't won the big game, but Dak Prescott was either a 3rd or 4th round draft pick by the Cowboys. You actually got more out of him than you're gonna get out of most quarterbacks drafted in that range of draft picks. So
I must say, Trey, you told me about Dak Prescott that when he was a rookie. He was like, hey man, he been balling in the preseason, man. He gonna be good. You was the first to put me on the Dak Prescott. You remember that?
yeah.
Dak
Prescott. I mean, he hasn't won anything either. He gets a lot of talk. And you know, when you play for the Cowboys and you have slip ups and you throw picks at the wrong time, you're gonna get it. We saw it here in Atlanta. Matt Ryan got it. You know, and so and I'm even with Lamar. I'm not saying Lamar is the very first quarterback who went through it, because I just think he's the main quarterback in this era of so much social media that hasn't won, that he's getting singled out like that in the NFL. You know, not putting him on LeBron status, but we know what LeBron went through before he finally won one. Boy, we know what LeBron went through before he finally won one, man. But look, before we get up out of here, man, you want to talk about these Hawks real fast, man? You want to see what's going on with our Atlanta Hawks?
Man, I want to have time to get more justice, but we could touch bases on them, man. They played at the Garden the other day. They lost, but they had beat the Celtics and somebody else on the road, man. So I'm pretty happy with where the Hawks are going. I don't want to be satisfied and content, but I feel good about Snyder now. I feel good about the rotation. I don't like the injuries, man. I want to see Kobe Buffkin. I want to see what he can do. I hate that Larry Nance Jr. got hurt. But it's giving a lot of these guys some playing time, like Veek, I think he's turned to something, man, like to where he's getting his confidence up, and I'm seeing him hit the key threes, timely threes, making good passes. He's not turning the ball over. I think it got something in him. I think we're gonna see something in him if he keeps getting his confidence up, hitting his shots. I like Gary Bird, as they call him, Gary Bird, man. He get hot, man. He'll hit you 5-6 threes right quick. Trae Young, man. We can't hate on Trae this year, man. I never hate on Trae, but he's giving people a hard time to hate on him. Wouldn't you say? I seen a crazy stat, like he had like 100 and something games, or like a slew of games where he's had 5 assists, and he's like in the top, like only 2 other players has done it, Isaiah Thomas and I think it was Nash or Stockton, one of those guys. Hey man, his name's always, with these records, man, it's always amongst the greats.
Yeah, Trae doing good, man. I want to say I'm excited about these G League guys. I'm excited about the G League guys. They came when it was time for them to get an opportunity to play, when the majority of the team was out, and they stepped up big. It's looking like that the Hawks have figured out how to start developing some players. Now, Ricochet, what's going on? Did Ricochet get sent down to the G League? What's going on with him? I hadn't seen Ricochet on the court in some games.
He was injured. He's injured. I think he has a bad shoulder.
Yeah, man. So I was seeing where they had like a mid-season redraft. Where would the top draft picks fall? They had Ricochet number 6. As far as who they think has done well, they had Sarr actually as the number 1 rookie. So far, who they think should get drafted if they had to do a redraft.
Yeah, they say Sarr balling, man. Forget him.
Yeah, I just like to bring that up because you can't stand them. But yeah, man, like Bogey, we gotta get more out of Bogey. And I would like to see these G League guys get a little more opportunity to see what they can possibly do in more dedicated minutes for them. I really would.
Do you think the Olympics took something out of Bogey? Because he's not playing like Olympic Bogey. No.
Nah, I mean Bogey playing like how he normally play for us.
For us. For them, for his country. He was balling on the 30th floor.
Yeah, man. But the Hawks, to this point right here, Hawks doing a solid job playing defense 100%. They are playing with intensity, passing the ball to get second and third opportunities and playing with determination. I 100% agree. Like they've done a good job. Like Dyson Daniels, shout out to Dyson Daniels. We're gonna do another post about Dyson Daniels. I think we should do a post that's strictly about Dyson Daniels. Giving him some love, for what he's brought. You call it the Dyson Daniels effect, the D&D effect. Dyson Daniels, man, has brought a different mindset to this Atlanta Falcons team. And shout out to Dyson Daniels. He really has brought a different mindset to the team. I respect it.
I like him too.
Yeah, man. But look, man, hey, we've gone over an hour. Man, shout out to everybody who chimed in. We appreciate y'all. Scott, one last thing. Who's the new Georgia quarterback? I don't know, man. It seems like Gunnar Stockton might be the guy coming into next year, but we're gonna have to see. And we're gonna have to see if Mike Bobo actually does step down. We heard rumors that he's supposed to step down. I want to see if it actually happens. But we'll see. Gunnar Stockton might be the guy.
I want to talk about it. They talking about trading Bogey and Clint. I want to see if we do trade Clint, man. I want to see the Larry marketing guy, man, from Utah, man.
He don't play center though.
I know, but I want to see him come to the Hawks.
But him and Jalen Johnson play the same position.
Put Jalen as small forward, man.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He can do it. It ain't like he can't guard him.
Okay, so then we're gonna go ahead and put Ricochet on the bench.
Yeah.
Okay, and then he ain't gonna get no minutes.
Hey man, that's the life of the NBA. He better start. He better start hitting them threes.
Yeah, he ain't gonna get no minutes because Hunter. Hey, can you put the link in there? Can you put the 285 link in there, B Rich?
Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean Hunter, man, Hunter should be. Look, when it comes out, who you can vote on for 6th Man of the Year, if they give an opportunity for fans to vote as well. I don't know if we do, but if we were, I would love for DeAndre Hunter to get voted on. DeAndre Hunter has, as much as we bashed him and been on his case about it, he deserved that 6th Man of the Year. He really does. DeAndre Hunter has played really, really well. Shout out to D Hunter, man. Shout out to old Dre, man. But yeah, man, we appreciate everybody. B Rich about to throw this 285 clothing link in there. That's it right there, Karel. You can hit that link. B Rich just put it in the chat. You can find that link in the Facebook chat. For everybody on YouTube, it's in the chat. Twitch is in the chat. Facebook, it's in the chat. It's in the Waterboyz and B Rich's chat. So hopefully you see it. And yeah, man. Any last words you want to say before we get up out of here, B Rich?
Man, I want to say, man, good live today, man. Man, Michael Penix, you better be in there studying, man. Practicing with Drake London, Kyle Pitts, man. You better be doing something, bro. Something to get better. Stop loafing. And man, happy snow day to everybody that got a chance to play in the snow, make snowmans. And go Hawks tonight. Let's beat Detroit.
Hey man, shout out Jerome, my boy Oha off in here, man. Korea, we appreciate you, man. He said, well, it's brown liquor time. Boy, I ain't gonna lie. Back during my drinking days, a snow day like this, it 100% would have been brown liquor time. It went the minute I saw it falling last night, it would have been on from that point on. It would have been popping. But look, man, we appreciate y'all. Always remember the Waterboyz show, man. We love y'all. You know what I'm saying? But we love Atlanta and we represent Atlanta because Atlanta represent us. And remember, man, we got new stuff coming, man. We got new stuff coming, man. I hadn't even wore that yet. Man, if you know Neek won, man. Dominique won, man. Dominique won. And remember, stay loyal, stay Atlanta. That's some more of our 285 merch. You'll see more and more of that as we'll be rolling it out, showing people what we got. But go on the site, check it out. You'll see everything on the site. Man, we'll holler at y'all. We love Atlanta, man. Thank y'all for rolling with the Waterboyz show on behalf of myself, Trey, and my partner, B Rich. The Waterboyz show, we are out.